Commander Jake Morrison rubbed his tired eyes and stared at the screen again. He had been working for 12 hours straight in the Deep Space Communications Center on Luna Base Prime. The moon's surface stretched endlessly outside his window, gray and empty under the distant stars. Another quiet night, he muttered to himself. For 3 years he had been listening to the void, hoping to hear something other than static and cosmic noise. Earth had sent signals into space for decades, but nothing ever answered back. The item coffee maker beeped softly in the corner. Jake stood up and walked over to fill his cup. As he poured the hot liquid, a strange sound came from his equipment. It was different from the usual background hum. Jake rushed back to his station and put on his headphones. The sound was definitely not natural. It had patterns like someone was trying to say something. His heart started beating faster. After all these years of silence, this could be it. "Lisa, get down here now," he called into his communicator. Dr. Lisa Parker was the best language expert they had. If anyone could figure out what this signal meant, it would be her. Lisa arrived 15 minutes later, still wearing her pajamas under her lab coat. Her hair was messy from sleep, but her eyes were wide awake when she heard the recording. "Play it again," she said, sitting down at the analysis computer. The signal repeated every 47 seconds. It lasted for 12 seconds each time, then silence. Then it started over. "It's definitely artificial," Lisa said after listening for 10 minutes. "Someone made this signal, but the language is completely unknown." Jake felt excited and scared at the same time. "Can you translate it?" "I need more time." "But Jake, this signal is coming from very far away, at least 40 light years from Earth. Whoever sent this has technology we can only dream about." Lisa worked through the night while Jake called Admiral Kate Sullivan, the head of Earth's Defense Force. The Admiral was not happy about being woken up at 3 in the morning, but when Jake explained what they had found, she became very interested. "Keep working on it," Admiral Sullivan ordered, "and keep this quiet until we know more." For the next 2 days, Lisa barely slept. She used every computer program and language database Earth had. Slowly, very slowly, she began to understand pieces of the message. "It's a distress call," she told Jake on the 3rd morning. Her voice was hoarse from exhaustion. "Someone is asking for help." "What kind of help?" Lisa showed him her translation notes. The word they use most often translates to something like extinction or ending. Someone is trying to wipe them out. Jake felt cold. "Who's trying to kill them?" "They call them the hegemony. It seems to be some kind of large government or empire that controls many star systems." Lisa continued working. Each day she understood more of the message. And each day the translation became more frightening. "Jake, you need to hear this," Lisa said on the 5th day. She had dark circles under her eyes, but her voice was clear. "I've translated most of the message now." She pressed play on her computer. A mechanical voice read out the translation. "This is the last vessel of the Zelani people. We broadcast this message to all who might hear. The hegemony has destroyed our worlds. Our people are dying. We are the final survivors of a race that once numbered in the billions. We ask for help from any who might listen, though we know none will come. The hegemony controls 60% of known space. No one dares to fight them. No one except, perhaps, the mad ones from Sol. The feral Deathworlders who were quarantined long ago. If any of the Sol dwellers can hear this, please know that we die with honor. We die fighting." Jake stared at Lisa. "Sol dwellers, that's us. They're talking about humans." "Yes, but Jake, listen to how they describe us. Mad ones. Feral Deathworlders. Quarantined. They know about us, but they're afraid of us." "Why would they be afraid of humans? We've never even left our own solar system except for a few small colonies." Lisa shook her head. "I don't know, but there's more." She played another section. The records speak of Sol 3, the death world where the mad ones live. A planet of poison air and crushing gravity, where the creatures fight constantly and survive in conditions that would kill most civilized beings. The early scouts reported that the Soul Dwellers are too dangerous to contact. They wage war on each other for sport and eat the flesh of their enemies. They are quarantined for the safety of all civilized species. Jake laughed, but it wasn't a happy sound. They think we're monsters. But Jake, they're also asking for our help. They're so desperate that they're willing to call on the monsters. Jake contacted Admiral Sullivan immediately. Within hours, the Admiral was on Luna Base Prime, listening to the full translation with her senior staff. "How far away is this signal coming from?" Admiral Sullivan asked. 47 light years, Jake replied. "A place called the Zelani home system." "And you're sure this is real?" Lisa nodded. "The signal is definitely artificial. The language patterns are consistent, and the technical knowledge shown in their message is far beyond anything we could fake." Admiral Sullivan was quiet for a long time. Finally, she spoke. "If this message is real, then we're not alone in the universe. And apparently everyone else is afraid of us. What do we do?" Jake asked. The Admiral stood up and walked to the window. Earth hung in the black sky, blue and beautiful and peaceful. "We've always wondered what we would do if we found intelligent life in space. Well, now we know. They're dying, and they're asking for help. But Admiral, we don't even know if we can get there. 47 light years is further than any human has ever traveled." Admiral Sullivan turned back to face them. "Then we better figure out how to do it. Captain Ryan Torres has been testing our fastest ship, the UES Defiant. It was designed for long-range exploration. If anyone can make that journey, it's him." Jake felt a chill run down his spine. "Are we really going to try to rescue them? Commander Morrison, for centuries humans have wondered if we were alone in the universe. Now we know we're not. And we know that someone out there needs our help. The question isn't whether we're going to try. The question is whether we're going to succeed." Admiral Sullivan activated her communicator. "This is Admiral Sullivan. I need to speak with Captain Torres immediately. And get me a direct line to Earth Command. We're going to need every ship we have." As the Admiral made her calls, Jake looked out at the stars. Somewhere out there, 47 light years away, an entire species was dying. And somehow they thought that humans, the mad Deathworlders from Sol, might be crazy enough to help them. He was beginning to think they might be right. Captain Ryan Torres stood on the bridge of the UES Defiant and watched the stars disappear. The ship's jump drive hummed with power as it bent space around them. In a few seconds, they would travel further from Earth than any human had ever gone before. "Jump complete," reported Lieutenant Commander Amy Collins from her position at the tactical station. "We are now 47 light years from Earth." Ryan looked at the main screen. Strange stars filled the view, none of them familiar. After traveling for 6 months to reach this point, they had finally arrived in Zelani space. "Any sign of the distress signal?" Ryan asked. Dr. Ben Harris, the ship's doctor and science officer, checked his instruments. "I'm picking up the signal. It's much stronger now. The source is about 2 million kilometers away. Take us there," Ryan ordered. As the Defiant moved through space, Ryan thought about the journey that had brought them here. Earth had never built a ship like this before. The Defiant was twice as large as their normal exploration vessels and,